Hi guys, I'm Rebel Star Girl. Before I get into the contents of today's video, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment with any critiques, questions, or suggestions. Before anything else, yes, I will address the hair. I did in fact cut and dye my hair pink. This is real. It's already growing out. I did it about a month ago, so you can see it's already growing back in. Got bored, wanted to try something, so here it is. In today's video, we are painting pumpkins. I saw some other art YouTubers doing this, and I thought it'd be a cute idea, except for the fact that I will be posting this in November. So I did all of these in October, but I'm a little late on the video. So yes, this is fall themed. This was for that season, and we're a little bit past that season now, but I hope you guys still enjoy the video. That said, let's jump right in. For this project, I went to Hobby Lobby and bought a bunch of cream-colored plastic pumpkins. I am not painting all of these in this video, but I got this many because I was actually painting these with my family, so I wanted to make sure that I had enough for everyone. Now, the plan was this. My work has a trunk or treat coming up, and both me and my mom are doing cars. If you don't know what a trunk or treat is, it's like trick-or-treating, but instead of going from house to house, a bunch of people get together and park their cars in a parking lot and decorate the trunks of their cars and hand out candy that way. This is the first year I have a car, so I'm pretty excited about being able to do a trunk. I thought it would be fun to paint some fake pumpkins to decorate my trunk, and my mom loved the idea and asked if I would do some for her car as well. And that's the pumpkin we are going to start with. My mom's trunk theme is Doctor Who. If you don't know, Doctor Who is a sci-fi TV show, and it is one of my family's absolute favorite shows. I've watched it for years with my mom, and now my brother is finally old enough to watch it with us, and it's awesome that I get to share it with him as well. My plan for the pumpkin was to paint something with the TARDIS on it. The TARDIS is the time machine in the show, and it's a staple for representing the show, so I thought it'd be perfect when making some Doctor Who decor. I felt like just doing the TARDIS, however, would be kind of plain, so I decided to go with this galaxy stripe. I didn't want to do the whole pumpkin galaxy or paint the whole pumpkin, but looking back, I kind of wish that I had at least in the background black or something, because I feel like it looks a little off with the white, but I still think the galaxy was a good idea to add some interest to the pumpkin. Once the galaxy was in place, I took some paint pens to fill in and add details to the TARDIS. I had splurged with some money I had put aside specifically for art supplies and bought myself some new Posca paint pens. My current ones were very old and very limited in color, and I knew it would be perfect for this project and some projects that I have planned for the future, so I let myself get them. I have this other brand of paint pens as well, but even my family could tell right away that the Poscas were way nicer, and they don't really use paint pens. I wish there was a cheaper alternative to Poscas when it comes to paint pens. All of the other brands just seem to have such a large quality gap, and I haven't really seen any brands that people say are comparable. If you know any, please let me know, because I would really love to find an option that is a bit more cost effective but still has a good quality and is still nice to use. The second pumpkin I am doing is for my trunk. My trunk is butterfly themed. I went with this because the costume I had gotten for work was these cape-like butterfly wings and this butterfly headband. If you don't know, I'm a martial arts instructor, so I wanted a costume that was easy to move in, simple, and appropriate for all the age groups I work with. And I figured it would be a good idea for my trunk to match my costume. I actually have a second costume as well that I'm going to be wearing to a Halloween party and hopefully a Comic-Con coming up near me. This second costume is Kano from Demon Slayer. She is one of my favorite characters, and she has a butterfly hair clip. Because of this, I thought it would be fun to not just paint normal butterflies, but to make them look like Kano and also another Demon Slayer's character, Shinobu's butterfly hair clips. I was actually surprised how well I was able to color match everything. A lot of times when working with paint pens, it can be hard to find the exact colors you need, but I seem to have just the right colors with the Posca, and any I was missing, I was able to fill in with my other paint pens. If you notice, in the corner, I actually decided to use that tie-dye bag I had painted in another video to hold all my paint pens. I absolutely love how this bag came out, but I really didn't know what to do with it, and with the new Poscas, my original container was no longer big enough, so I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to use the bag. Hobby Lobby has actually had a lot of tie-dye bottles on clearance as of late, and I have been collecting as I see good deals, so I'm hoping in the future to do more tie-dye. It's just such a long process. Like, you have to wash everything, then you gotta take it outside, then you gotta wring it out and wash it again, and it's a lot of work, but it is really fun and I really like the results, so I'm hoping to do it again at some point. About a week after I had finished painting the pumpkin, I had gotten some gem stickers at the dollar store in order to decorate some baskets I plan on putting candy in for my trunk. I thought it would be cute to add some of these to the pumpkin as well. These are stickers, but I felt they probably wouldn't stick well enough to the plastic of the pumpkin, so I got out my hot glue gun since I needed it anyway for the baskets and attached them that way. If you were wondering, here's the baskets. I just attached the gems and then also some butterfly stickers that I had, and I thought they came out pretty cute. After I had finished both of these pumpkins, I felt like these two just weren't enough for a whole video, and I had only done the bigger size pumpkins, so I wanted to add in one of the smaller size pumpkins as well. This pumpkin's not to decorate a chunk, it's just for me. Upon actually beginning to sketch on this pumpkin, I realized how small it actually was. Like, it's not anything crazy, but it was a lot smaller than I realized. And because of this, and because I had already done 2 pumpkins, I wanted to keep it nice and simple, so I decided on a Kirby-themed pumpkin. I love Kirby. I remember playing the games as a kid on the Wii, so even though I don't really play the games anymore, I still really like Kirby, and I think he's really cute. My idea was to have Kirby on one side and another character on the other. I ended up going with Waddle Dee because compared to some of the other characters, he was a lot more simple. I ran into an issue, however. Once I had finished coloring in Kirby, I felt like it just didn't look right. It wasn't popping, it wasn't giving the feel I want, so I wanted to add a black outline, which normally helps it give it that cartoon feel and help it pop out a little more. But I had only gotten the thicker Poscas when I was buying my new sets, thinking that I would like them better. And when I have bigger projects, I probably will because they will cover faster. But for this pumpkin, it was kind of difficult. The outline was way too thick, and I really didn't like the way it looked. So now I had one character with an outline and one character without an outline. But I really liked the way Waddle Dee turned out, and I didn't want to ruin him by adding in the outline because I didn't really feel like he needed it. So I decided to grab some nail polish remover and try to remove Kirby. My plan was to repair Kirby once I had gotten rid of it, but the nail polish remover was not as strong as I hoped it was, and because I had added the black outline, it just kind of smudged everywhere and created this like inky, gray, green mess smudge everywhere, and it didn't even remove all of the black. So my solution was to paint the entire pumpkin pink. This of course meant that I would have to paint around all of the details because typically you're supposed to paint a background first, but I didn't think I was going to paint the pumpkin a different color, so I had already drawn Waddle Dee and all the decorations. This wasn't like the biggest deal. It didn't take me as long as I thought it was going to, but it was still kind of annoying, and it ended up I had to do some touch-ups because of course it wasn't perfect when I was going around all the details. In the end, I'm really happy I did this though. If I had just left the Kirby as it was, I feel like I just wouldn't have really liked it, and I would just try to hide that side all the time. So being able to just paint over it, it's probably my favorite pumpkin out of the 3 now. Here are the final results. What do you guys think? Here are the pumpkins that my family painted. These ones were all done by my sister. She really enjoyed painting these. She absolutely loves painting and will paint on pretty much anything you give her. I am so proud of this one in particular she made. She drew the main characters from the anime Spy Family. My family has been watching it together, and I feel like she did such a good job with these. I was so impressed when she showed me this. This one was a collaborative effort between me and my mom. I sketched the design and she filled in the color with the paint pens. Here is the entire pumpkin patch. Please let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. Thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, I have no idea what the next video is going to be or when it is going to come out, but whatever it is and whenever it does, I hope to see you then. Bye!